Welcome back to Dave Does Outdoors. Nice to see you all and thanks for tuning in again. We're back up. I'm going to start calling this base camp because this is me and Audrey's kind of favourite tuck away, isn't it? It's quite close to home, so I can work and hop up here and get some hours. So again, the wind's picking up. I was going to go up on a local hilltop, but I decided against it for time factors, but wind factors as well. So tonight we're going to use the little twig stove, my budget twig stove, to cook some hot dogs, and I've made a second attempt at hash brown as well. Eh? You like all that stuff, don't you? Yeah, you do. So I'm going to get the stove out, get some twigs together, and just generally kind of settle in. So, but I was up here just about a week ago. It's been about a week since we were up at Glen Shee, so good to get out again. I'd sort of said that I was going to try and do something maybe once a week, so managing to sustain that just now. Although I've had some more kind of lockdown news today, which doesn't come as a surprise, so kind of reeling from that, kind of more restrictions getting put in place, but that's to be expected. So anyway, we need to keep positive and keep strong, and getting out into the outdoors certainly is a big factor in keeping me well and healthy. So I'll stop waffling. I'm going to get a pile of twigs, I'm going to get the stove out, we're going to put the tent in the same spot over there. Hopefully we won't get any disturbances tonight, and I think the wind's going to be picking up a wee bit, so but we're all right here in the woods. So listen, I'll get you back in a second once I'm about to spark up the wood stove. Okay, one of the great things about the little twig stoves is the size of wood that we're burning. So it's smaller than 4 or 5 inches, so it's actually really therapeutic to be putting in and feeding it. Being so small, you need to keep on feeding the little fire. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a tiny little base of wood, and you can see the bed, you know, it's literally covered in little bits of burnable wood. Now there'd been a fire here already. We're not getting overly stressed because I'm just glad that people are out here. They're not really abusing the space. There's never much litter. I had to do some tidying up the last time we were up here. A couple of plastic bottles, but other than that, we're not too bad. So really nice. You can spend your time. You're kind of feeding it. You're getting ready for the fire. So what we've done is this is the second time that I've used it, and I've been getting a couple of inquiries, which is great. So it is a cutlery utensil cutlery dryer for your kitchen sink. You get them for about £1.50 or £2, which is probably about a couple of dollars. So it's really for the kind of budget. And I've got my homemade fire starters, which are cotton balls dipped in wax. Again, check out my other videos, guys. These, I've got my first use of my stove and a few nights up here as well. So Remember to give us a like and a subscribe as well, because the more likes and subscriptions I get, the easier and the quicker it'll be able to build the channel. So it's really appreciated, all your support. So we're just going to put the cotton wool balls kind of in the top. So I've made a little bit of a kind of bed here, and then we'll just light that, and then we'll put more wood on the top, and then we'll let it burn down, and then we'll get the frying pan on and start cooking some food. I've got my ferro rod, but to be honest with you, because we're kind of running out of time, I'm just going to use my lighter, and the cotton just, it ignites really quickly. So I'm just going to, hopefully it's not going to blow out. Hopefully we can get little bits of wood on that. It might blow out, don't know. Let's see, it's pretty windy. Is it going to blow out? It's certainly a lot windier than it was. Let's see, you might need to dig it out again. Let's see. What tends to happen, it's best if you kind of open up the cotton ball a wee bit like this. They're quite small little balls. I've got a few more here, so like get a good bit of cotton once the wax gets going. That's better. Get some little sticks on top of that. It's little bits of wood, little bits of stick. There's loads around here. You don't need to be fussy. Anything goes. Here's bits of. It's actually windier than. Little bits of burnt wood. Often really helpful. Give a bit of wind protection there, and see if we can get give it some wind protection. Open that up a little bit. See if we can try and give it some wind protection as well, because it's too big. Let's get some small bits. That's better. Get some small bits. Get some small bits. That's better, having a little lid on the top actually. It's giving it a bit of protection from the wind. I think it was blowing right in the. It was kind of It was kind of blowing right in, so putting that little bit of wood on the top is actually giving it some wind protection. So we're just going to feed it with lots of little bits, and there's tons. That's it. Once it gets going, but you're impatient when you're setting a fire. You want it to be instant. But if anything, it should burn really well with the level of wind tonight, which is good. That really helped, just putting that little bit of wood across the top. I think the wind was kind of funneling around and going in and blowing it out. So once you actually get a wee bit of heat on it, yeah, that's perfect. We'll just kind of let that slowly take a light, crisscrossing it to keep the oxygen going in. Most of this wood feels fairly dry, but I don't know. Okay, listen, I'll just work on this for a minute or two. She's nice and chilled up in her spot, but you can see it just takes a minute. You're always really impatient, or I am at least, with fire. I've got my handy Swiss Army knife, Again, there's a review on my channel if you're into that. Doesn't take long for it to start sparking up. Just feeding it gently, zigzagging the wood so that the oxygen's going to be nice. But there's no mess from these little things. So, and with the extra wind tonight, it's going to be a lot better. I used it last weekend to cook just some bacon, which was my dry run, and it wasn't much wind, so it really struggled. But tonight, yeah. So yeah, that's good. I'm needing to step back a little bit because it's kicking off. Hopefully you're seeing that. It's going really well. It doesn't use much fuel, but before you start cooking, you just as well kind of giving it a good wee boost up, so you don't need to keep taking your frying pan off. But that's quite full, good bit of heat coming up. So I'm going to start. I'm trying to perfect hash brown, which is fundamentally peeled, sort of grated potato. I've not filled this up since the last time I was out, so yeah, there should be enough. Let's get a bit of that on. There's not much olive oil, I should have filled up. So the pan, nicely sits like that. I'll move you down there so you can see. Perfect. So it's nice and hot. We're going to just to give my hands a bit of a wash. These kind of hash browns, they get really wet, but perfect. I'm just going to get a couple of them on, if not all. Yeah, I'm just going to get it all on. That's fine. Then I can put a bit more heat on the fire, keep it going. That'll do. A little dog just passed by, so you get occasional little dog walker. That's the first person we've seen, so that's fine. Like that. So it's quite, you have to sort of tend it a little bit. You have to look after your little fire. I've managed to remember a spatula tonight as well, so we're getting all sophisticated tonight with Dave Does Outdoors. I'm just going to actually make it into one, press it down a little bit. Perfect, and then I'll show you how we're doing that. It's nice, just like little small bits of wood, this kind of sort of length, so you're kind of feeding it. It's pleasant, it's fun, and then put that in. And then we'll get some decent bit of heat going again. To keep snapping these little bits about this kind of height and size. I've just put a couple of slightly bigger bits of wood across the top, and they'll burn down, but just to help the oxygen circulate, I definitely think I'm going to try and put a hole so you can feed from the side. That would make it, and also help the oxygen to get in. That's better. The wind's up and down a wee bit, but I think we're going to be able to cook on that. Therefore, you probably can't hear that because I'm just going to mix it all up. Actually, it's not going to stay in one piece. That's okay. It's all going to go down the same way so long as it's cooked. So we've got a little bit of onion, potato, and some seasoning, and a little bit of breadcrumb. So I'm yet to perfect it. It's more of a kind of, I'm going to call it a mash hash brown. So she's doing okay. I've got a wee jumper for her again. It's not overly cold. We're quite sheltered up here, but I might stick her jumper on because she's just chilling. Hey, you just chilling? Yes, you are. Oh, okay. You're going to get your supper soon as well. Well, you are. Yeah. Okay. 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 So we're going to cook that. We've got a couple of hot dogs. There's nothing too. We're not on the Michelin star cuisine tonight. We're just going to sit and enjoy the little stove, and it feels nice and safe not having a big fire. It really does. It's much more sort of manageable, and it took a little bit longer than anticipated. Audrey, I've put her jumper on because she's sitting about and the wind's getting chilly, but she's cool. This is cooked enough, hash brown and a bit of hot dog. So I've lifted off the couple of sticks at the top, so it needs a couple of little mods done, but generally it's heated up, it's cooked the food adequately, it's been okay. I'm not sure how it will cook the coffee pot, but so let me just get you up like that a wee bit. I'm on a nice cool one out the fridge. Fanta. Cheers everyone, good health. We were joking, Mia at home has been trying to perfect that sound of satisfaction when you've drunk or eaten something. So I'm just going to pop a few more little bits of wood in there and give it a wee taster, keep it going. I might end up setting a wee fire because we've got the remnants of a fire there, but I don't know. Let's see. Get the glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing. Where are they? There they are. Pop there for a sec. It's better. That's the difficulty when you're getting old. You get blind. Looks nice. Hot. Yeah, I know. That's how well it's cooked. Proper. Good. So, I know you don't want to watch me eat my dinner, so I'm just going to chow down. And but yeah, properly cooked and hot. Ooh. Ooh. Proper hot. So I'm just going to keep popping little bits of wood in the fire. I'm going to sit and munch up my that's really nice. There's some smoked sausage and a couple of wee hot dogs with my hash brown. Whilst I'm not cooking, just put a couple of smaller, thicker bits in, just to act as a fire. But there'll be no mark to the ground when we leave. It's nice. It's a wee bit windy up here. We're quite high, and we heard a nice little owl hooting away in the corner. So yeah, nice to be outside again, nice to get outdoors in the fresh air, just get, oh, it is absolute medicine for me. So thanks again to April and the family for the support, and thanks again for everyone at home for tuning in. We're really just kind of trying to perfect that, but I'm going to get the tent up. We've got the new tent again tonight, only the second time out, so every time you're learning something new, pardon me, with all your kit. And but yeah, that's kicking out a little bit of heat there as well. It's looking a little bit grey over there. Don't know if it will rain tonight or not. I've saved a little bit of hot dog, so don't tell April, because she's not keen on Audrey getting kind of leftovers. But what I did is I ate all my dinner. I've stopped eating. She's absolutely chill, so she's not expecting, and it's not related to kind of eating. So oh, hot dog. Oh, okay, nice. She's quite comfy there. She's got her jumper on. She's hunkered down by that little log. So I'm going to get my coffee pot, see if we can boil the coffee on the fire again, and then I'll probably be getting the tent up and quickly get settled. So I'm determined not to make tonight too long a video. I'm guilty sometimes of droning on a little bit, so apologies for that. But yeah, it's nice to share what I'm doing again, the little stove, the new tent, the woods, Audrey, and just the importance for me to be getting outdoors. So it means so much for me. You can breathe, and the woods as well, absolutely connected to the woods. I think next summer I'm going to get a hammock, because I think I'll be able to hang a hammock somewhere here as well. I've never slept in a hammock, so I'm not sure. I think I'll feel quite exposed, but it looks good. Coffee is on. We'll see how long it takes to boil. I think that's boiling already. Wow. Amazed with that. That was super quick. Super quick. Lavazza Italian coffee, just black. Pop them out, don't need them. I've chopped some fatter bits as well, so we can, it's a bit wet that piece, but chop some wee chunky bits. Oh, and I found out the cup, I think it was originally my firstborn Ruby, and then inherited by Mia, and now used by Dad on his well camping. So cheers everyone. Oh man, I love Lavazza. Just black, nothing in it, absolutely perfect. Oh. Here's to the great outdoors, everyone. Hope everyone's trying to get out and about a little bit and get into the fresh air. It's pure medicine. So please check out my other videos, guys. Remember, it's free to like and subscribe. I've got a few plans. I'm going to try and get up to a couple of summits, and got a few things planned for the next wee while. and this wee one will be involved until it starts getting really cold. But she's not too bad with her coat on and stuff. So I'm going to sit and enjoy my coffee out of my cool Barbie mug, and I'm going to sit around the little fire. It kicks out a wee bit of heat, but once I finish my coffee I'm going to get the tent up and get that sort of in situ and get everything in. I've just put a couple of bigger sticks on the little fire, keep it going for a minute or two. I'm going to pop the tent up. This has been the little spot that I've used a couple of times before, because it's a little bit away from, if there was any traffic, which I don't think there will be at this time of night. It's a Thursday night, it's about 7:30, it's starting to get a wee bit dull, so I'm going to get the tent up and get the stuff in. I'm going to set it up here. So like I did the last sort of couple of times, I'm going to try that little bit of tent magic that seems to be quite successful. So Abra Cadabra, a tent was born. Scarp 1 by Tarptent. It's a wee bit finicky. I've had the extra poles in, and then I've had it adjusted to fit them, so I need to kind of go around a little bit, tighten up. This is for the extra set of poles, so, but it's really spacious. This is the winter inner as well, so it's got less of the gauze mesh, so it should be warmer. It's getting a wee bit chilly already, but decent sized porch. It's a one man, but to be honest with you, it's really spacious. So that's it. Quite sheltered in the wood. The wind tends to come over that direction, but oh good, she's found a little zone in amongst the stuff. Tent set up. I'm just going to load this up a little bit again. It's starting to get dark. It's probably about 8 o'clock. I'm going to load this little bad boy up again. Sit and chill. Get that roaring again. We'll do a little bit of tidying up. Around camp. Get everything kind of put away. So yeah, it's about 8, and the tent just sits fine there, and we'll get the fire going again. I'll let it go down a little bit for putting the tent up there for 10 minutes. So I've got Audrey's bed with her as well, but she's fine when she gets just kind of out the wind there. She's got a jumper on, she's sitting fine. And you girl? Yeah, you're nice, you're good, well done. It's getting dark. It's getting well dark. What I'll need to do is I'll need to get a bit of a light like that, I think, to see anything. She's sitting quite chilled. Come here. That's it. Get it in here. There we go. There we go. There's my girl. There's my girl. There's my girl. Come here. Okay. So we're just going to sit. That's the fire looking good. Again. just takes a wee puff. Audrey's wanting to get to bed. I've brought her proper bed tonight, so she's going to be even cosier. I'll show you later on. Right, I'm just going to sit by the fire for a while. It's about 9, it's getting dark, it's late. I'm not sure if you can see me or not. The wind's settling a wee bit. Not sure where Audrey is, she's across there. Wait, she's trying to get into it. Come here, Audrey. Audrey. Here. Here, Papa. Here's Papa. Come here, Papa. There she is. Right. I'm just going to sit by the fire. Chill for a wee while. Absolutely contained. That's us tucked up. We're going to sign out. And she's in her bed. All cosy. It's her bed from home, so she's super warm and cosy. So we'll get some sleep, check in the morning, we get a quick coffee in the morning, and then we'll be off to some working tomorrow again. So, but yeah, that's us tucked up. The wind's blowing, so we'll see how we get on tonight. A bit noisy with the trees and stuff, but other than that, we should be cosy enough. We've got the winter inner on now, and we've got some extra bits and pieces, so we're fine. Okay, night night. Morning, folks. That's about 7. Brew's on. I don't know if you can hear, you probably can, because I've got my little, the wind howled all night last night. I'll take the microphone out a minute and I'll just use the, so that's boiling. Quick cup of coffee, quick pack up. She had probably her most settled night of all in her bed, kept her blanket on. The wind howled. You never get a good night's sleep in the wind, but we did not too bad. And yeah, you always learn something new. I learned that I could slip my pillow inside a bit of the hood of my sleeping bag, which helped. Still on a bit of I've yet to get a completely flat pitch with no wind. Every time I'm away it's been really windy, and the pitch, this is pretty flat, it's not bad, but you're still sliding about and stuff, so, but all good. It was great to get out, great to get the wee stove on last night, great to spend some time on. Right, quick de-assembly of the tent. She's had her breakfast. She's doing well. You can't really hear the wind with my microphone on, but it's been really blowy under the big tree and all other wee trees, so I'm going to take down the tent and get you back in a minute or two. Good, all good though. Thanks for joining us again. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really appreciated to kind of build up the channel a little bit with all your support. Keep asking questions and comments, it's all good positive feedback, so really appreciate that. So now you see it, and now you don't. So that went down really quickly, which was great, and so I'm just going to get the rest of my stuff packed up in my rucksack, get down the road. It's been a really nice night. I'm not sure if I'll check back in with you again. I'm just going to kind of get down, get into the car. It stayed dry, which was fantastic. The pitch again was spot on, windy in the woods, but really good. Worked out really well. You learn something new every time you go away. Even just putting up your tent a few times, you know, you're learning how to do it even better. So that went down the quickest it went down, which was great. Yeah, you learn something new every time you go out, so you need to start small, start somewhere quite local and close, build up your confidence. It's like anything, it takes a bit of time and practice. The more you do it, the better you become. So hope you guys are all getting outdoors, and thanks for joining me with the Dave Outdoors stuff. So I really appreciate your support, and so does she, don't you? It's an excuse for us to get out into the wilderness and get outdoors, so really appreciate everyone's support at home. So I hope everyone's taking care out there, and yeah, till the next time, take care.